What is going on, everybody? Welcome to today's video. So, little update on the S15. I talked to somebody who deals with Matrix, so they can get the stuff, and they have been told that it's on back order until January, which is insane. I'm definitely not waiting that long. So I'm gonna just double check with my supplier on Monday, but I told them, to let me know when it comes in. So I'm assuming it's not it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to go to a different clear, which is, not ideal, but it's also not a huge deal. We have some clear that we use at work. I mean, we use it on all the cars at work, and we do like hot rods and like pretty nice like show cars and stuff. So it'll obviously be good enough for this. It's more money. So I didn't really want to spend more money, but I can't get what I wanted to get. So that's what I'm gonna have to do. I haven't really touched it because we got the Miata. I've been working on that just kind of in my spare time. So I have to finish sanding the front bumper and the back bumper. That's it. The rest of the body kit and the whole car is sanded. So once I order the clear, get the clear, I should be able to final clear the body kit like this week. I did buy some other parts for it, which I'm actually picking up. So today's Saturday. Tomorrow, the drift event at South Point, I'm picking up some parts. We're actually picking up some stuff for the Miata and picking up a few things for this car. So those have to be painted. Spoiler has to be painted. And then I can worry about basically re-clearing the whole car and getting it done. I know that was, this is supposed to be an S15 video, but like I said, we got some stuff coming for the Miata. When you get a new project like this and it's very rusty and awful, and there's a ton of important like safety things and whatever things to do, everyone knows the first thing you have to do is put coilovers on it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get these struts out of there. That could be an issue because it looks extremely rusty. I'm sure it's all original. This thing only has 90,000 kilometers on it and it's been sitting forever, so I'm sure it's original. We're gonna tear all that out. This is terrible and the rust sucks, but this is worse to me, this wheel gap. So we have some coilovers coming. They're nothing special. They're used. I think they're like Yonaka or something. We just wanna put them on there so it's not 1,000 feet off the ground. Also, we have this cheap, the famous $150, $120 eBay exhaust. It's for an NA. Now, as far as I know, NA and NB chassis are pretty much the same. I've done a bit of research about it, and apparently the only thing you have to change is the hanger locations on those. But I've been looking at it underneath the car and nothing really lines up with it. So I'm gonna cut all the hangers off. And then also, they say the only way you can run this is if you actually run like an NA header all the way to the back, full NA system, which I'm not doing. So we're gonna basically start from the back, get it sitting in the bumper where we want, and then get it to cross over to the diff, attach that pipe to that, with no hangers on, kind of just use jack stands to hold it there, and then just kind of tack on hangers wherever we need them. And then we're gonna have to add kind of like a mid pipe, like a test pipe thing, basically between the back of whatever the factory Miata piping is, and then to that, which is, I think it's about like a foot, maybe 16 inches or something like that. So shouldn't be a big deal, but a little bit of custom stuff. And then we should be able to kind of start it and drive it. The only issue is we don't have a caliper on this wheel. So we're getting that Monday, and then we should be able to like bleed the brakes, do all that. And then hopefully you'll be able to like move this thing on its own, under its own power, and make sure, the gears are good, the clutch is good, all that stuff. Because we didn't get to drive it. It had no drive shaft. We got a drive shaft, got the bolts, it's all bolted in. But now we're gonna get into putting the coilovers on. We don't have them yet, but we're going to pick them up tomorrow. So we're gonna get the struts off and then get all ready. So hopefully tomorrow we can just pop the coilovers in, put it on the ground, probably put like the fenders and stuff, just hang them back on there, just see what we're dealing with and see how low we can get it basically. We're just gonna go from there, and then maybe later on we'll get into the S15 stuff, which is the important stuff. So we're just gonna get into it and see what happens. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is try and get this bolt off of the strut. And then also we're gonna have to take out this extremely long bolt in the back. Like I think it's a 21 and I believe this is a 17. And that's pretty much it. And there's two 14s right here. And basically you can undo those two up top, undo this one, but then you can't get this down far enough. This top nut and everything won't go past, the plate up here. So you have to undo this upper control arm. This is, as far as I'm concerned, the easy way. But I watched a bunch of videos and people were taking off like the lower ball joints and stuff, which, whatever, but this one looks like it'd be a pain. So I'm just gonna do that and it should come out no problem. Obviously this stuff looks awful and terrible. Like these spindles, like these knuckles, look like they were at the bottom of the ocean. Same with the dust shield. I mean, there's literally nothing left of it, but all this is gonna get replaced. This stuff is super cheap, comes with the bushings, like the control arms come with the bushings and the ball joints. They should all be replaced anyway, so this will all literally be brand new. And yeah, once you get that out, it'll allow this to basically pull away this way, and this will drop way down. This basically bottoms out, limiting factor, and then you can't get the top out. So I'll kind of show that once I get into it, but I'm gonna get this bolt off first. Hopefully, the other side went no problem, and then try and get that bolt out and then up there. Almost. There. Nice. Okay, so that is all out and free. Now we just got these ones up top. This should pull right down. Oh yeah. Look at that. Ready for a fresh coilover. We just got back from the drift event we went to. I had a buddy pick these up in Toronto for us and bring them all the way down here, so that was sick. They actually look really good. Like the guy said that they were kind of beat up and whatever, so they're only 400 bucks, but like they're Yonaka or something. I don't know how to pronounce it, but they seem really decent. They have like dampening and everything adjustment, but for 400 bucks, I mean, you can't really beat. We're just gonna throw them on here, put the fenders back on, put the wheels back on, and then just kind of see where it's at. I'm not gonna do the backs yet because I'm still working on the exhaust underneath the car, and I don't wanna put it back on the ground or anything yet. So I'm gonna do the front, get that all set up, make sure everything fits. So yeah, we picked these up today, and we also picked up something I've been mentioning with that thing. Obviously you can tell what they are, but we'll get to that later. And I'm super pumped. We're gonna get these in, see what it all looks like, and then I'm gonna start messing around with that and talk about that for a little bit. But we're gonna get this done, we'll see how it goes. Let's put it up here first. So anyways, make sure when you put that through, you gotta put this on first. Okay. All right, there. It's hitting. What's happening is this coilover is not perfectly centered in the upper control arm hole, and it's like overlapping the control arm on this side. By the time you put this one in and these top ones in, put a jack under it, kind of help, but you can see it's literally touching here. So we're gonna have to modify these, but we're not gonna bother doing it on these ones because we're gonna replace them. But when we get the new ones, we'll have to cut this out a little bit bigger and yeah, just kind of reinforce it so it's good. But now we're gonna put the wheel back on, put the fender back on, and we'll see what we got. So that is the front coilovers on. I mean, it's nothing crazy. Those are also 17, so they're really big. But it is a big difference from what it was before, you know, to what it is now. It's definitely a lot lower than it was, so it should be good for now, just to kind of hold us over. I mean, nobody likes looking at 6 inches of wheel gap. So the front's done now. Like I said, I want to wait to do the back because it's sitting on the ramps and that gets it, you know, nice and high so I can lay underneath it and have tons of room to do the exhaust. So I want to get the exhaust done, which, I mean, it's not a ton of work, but I just kind of lost a little bit of motivation. I got something cool for the S15 and want to get those prepped, painted with the spoiler. I'll show them right now. So going this far with a car with like the custom speedster top, the spoiler, the full body kit, you know, 3-piece wheels, whatever. It's just, GANADORS is what you do. You have to do it. Everybody knows that you have to do it. So I did it. I love how they look on here. Obviously I have to paint them still, which is a little unfortunate because I painted the OEM ones already because I didn't really think I was gonna do this, but these popped up, I had to get them, and man, I love how it looks. Once it's like not orange and actually purple, it'll look super good. I had the like $120 rep of the GANADORS on my S14, and you could always like really tell because see how these are nice and flat on the top? The like, what are they? I think the GK Tech ones are super angled and they look really goofy. And this is what it should look like and not like that. So that's it. I am gonna strip them and prime them and then paint them just because I don't know what kind of paint that is on there. So it's gonna take a little bit of time actually. So what I decided is I'm gonna wait on the mirrors and wait on the spoiler. Just worry about get the car done, get the body kit all done like that, and then I can basically put the whole car back together, and then I can do the mirrors last and the spoiler last. The spoiler can like literally be the last thing, and this I'll just whatever leave door panels off, but it's not a big deal. I was gonna get the mirrors done and the spoiler done at the same time as like the body kit, but I don't want to keep pushing that back just in case. You never know, something else might pop up. But this weekend I'm doing the body kit, final clear, switching to it's actually an RM clear. I think it's RMC 2000 or something like that. It's a little bit more money. It is actually a much better clear. I don't know, that's what they say. But anyway, so I'm gonna do the body kit this weekend and then the body itself hopefully next weekend. So once I do the body kit, the body is completely ready. So next week I'm gonna get to working on the mirrors and the spoiler. And then hopefully I can get that stuff primed and possibly painted next week. And then I can just sand that stuff and maybe re-clear it with the body because it's just two small little things. It'll fit in the booth, no problem with the car. So that's kind of my plan. I was gonna do it all beforehand and do all the body kit and stuff with the mirrors and spoiler all at once, but it's also a lot of stuff to like set up and maneuver around in the booth while you're spraying. And I would just, you know, I'm just gonna wait. Once it's color matched to the rest of the car, the purple, it's gonna look sick. Plus, oh man, it's just, I could go on and on, but once this thing is cleared, body kit's on it, everything's done, mirrors are painted, spoilers painted, holy dude, I can't wait. This thing's gonna be so sick. I cannot wait. I love it so much. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.